Mga kasama, mga karadyuman, mga ka-idol, mayong adlaw. Ano karon ang unang episode sa ato ang DXDR Chikahan o Konchikahan sa DXDR Digital. Na inyong ma-view sa ato ang FB page, DXDR-RMN Dipolog o sa IFM Dipolog 4.1 MHz IFM. Dayon, palihog na lang po ko pag-click og likes, share og follow sa ato ang page. Magkasama mga ka-idol, mga karadyuman. Sa matag gutlo sa atong kinabuhi, dili gayud kalikayan nga anaa kanunay ang duha ka gitawag og mga managsungi nga mga kapalaran sa kinabuhi sa tao. Una, adunay nagbalampuson sa ilang kinabuhi, sa ilang career sa pagka-profesional tungod sa sobrang pagpanigkamot og ang ambag gikan sa kahitasan. Dagtod nga pagkasulti naangkon nila ang maayong kapalaran. O ang ikaduha pod ang babag sa pagpanigkamot og tinguha nga wa gayud naangkon ang maayong kapalaran sa kinabuhi. Laktod nga pagkasulti usab nga failure ang ilang naangkon sa ilang kinabuhi. Ang atong mamahimong guest karon og bisita sa Chikahan sa DXDR Digital, ang usa ka nagmalampuson sa ihang career professional. Ato po kining masayron kung unsay mga pamaagi, unsay mga pagsulay nga miabot siyang kinabuhi sa pagkabot niya sa iyang career. Mga kasama, mga ka-idol, mga karadyuman, tabangi ko sa pag-welcome sa ato ang guest karon, si Attorney Terence Blangoy. Attorney, mayong hapon o mayong adlaw sa kinatay mga viewers nga gikan sa laing lugar. So, mayong adlaw na lang in general.
Maayong adlaw mga kasama o mga kachikahan, mayong adlaw Radio Manager. Sa ato pong mga tagapagpaminaw o sa mga nanood sa atin ngayon, saan man kayo sa mundo.
Attorney, pwede nimo i-trilingual nimo kay ikaw murag mas bihasa nimo nga magstorya kag English, Tagalog, isip usa ka ato ding iklaro si Attorney Terence na-practice ni siya sa iyang pagka law student nga career niya ang pagka journalist, no? Career attorney.
Yes, even though when
writer.
Even when I was still studying, actually that was actually my first passion, ang magsulat or to be a journalist. But the life and destiny has its own ways, has its, sabi mo nga Radio Manager, it has its twists and turns. So may mga challenges, napoy uban manalampuson, napoy uban nga dili. So although karon parang na-balance na nako, practical na balance na nako nga akong being a lawyer at the same time now also doing journalistic work.
So sa time nga nagsuwat pa ka sa national newspaper, at the same time nag-study ka sa law.
Yes. My first love actually for journalism and most especially writing, it came when I was 13 years old.
13 years old?
Yes. So, mga first year high school na siya. So, that was the first time I had my first published piece. But ito yung funny because both my parents are actually CPAs and also they are JD graduates. So, parang they expected of me to really go into actually become an accountant and into the legal profession.
Pero wala mo gisunod ang ilang kagustuhan?
Practically gisunod. Okay. Because what happened was, I entered UP Diliman, University of the Philippines Diliman, on a full scholarship, taking up a business economics degree. Wow. And in fact, there was a motivation and an advice from my parents to later on to shift to accountancy. But actually, the good or the bad part of it is that the scholarship says na you cannot transfer to another course unless for some very exceptional reasons. So, nagpatuloy ko sa akong economics degree in UP, and then that was the time na yung nabury yung passion mo talaga for writing and for journalism, because I really wanted, that was my first ambition in life, because as 13 years old, sabi ko I wanted to become a journalist or to write. But
wala pa sa imuhang dream nga mamahimo kang lawyer or mamahimo ang
again, the lawyering also because of the environment you're in, and also parental expectations. But I've learned to love it naman along the way. So because my parents were actually frustrated lawyers, but they graduated Juris Doctor degree. So, and also I have a tita who's a lawyer in Australia now. So, parang yun yung expectation. I think alam mo siguro yun, radio manager, no? If yung parents mo ganito yung nagiging career, nagiging path nila, they expected their children to also do that. But so I followed my parents. I enrolled in San Beda University, and then although eventually because of the scheduling conflict, because I was already working then with the Philippine Star, I was writing for the Philippine Star starting in 2002 up to 2006. And then even if na ako sa Manila, usay mag-contribute ko diri sa The Mindanao Observer, 2008 to 2012. And in fact, I've written 2 books. 3 books actually. Yung isa parang naiwan ko doon sa sasakyan. Anyway, the point is, even when I was doing something else, I was writing. So I was even in law school, I was writing. So yung passion mo pala talaga, it will never fade away. It will just be buried and buried, but when the opportunity and the time comes, posibleng mo gawas po siya otro. And that's how I got to be able to do some journalistic work, and luckily for me, you also have given me the opportunity to go on radio. So, Kani ang Balaod, Saturdays, 8 to 9 a.m. And also, I also co-anchor the KSK, Kabantog sa Kabataan, Sundays, 8 to 9 a.m.
Attorney, ingo ka ganiha, nga 13 years old ka, nag-start ka og
sulat,
writing. So, kinsa man gyud nakapadasig nimo, nakapa-inspire nga bisan ang imong parents gusto gyud nga ikaw Teres mosunod ka sa moa soon to be public accountant o unsay ni ana
CPA, certified
public accountant, pero ikaw naagyo ka milihis ka mura kag wa ka mo ni follow dayon
ni follow sige
nagkuan gyud ka nagpursugi ka sa imong tingwa kisay nakapa-inspire nimo kay pareha namo nahimo ming naa sa broadcaster nga naapod mi gi idolize sa imuha nga part, attorney.
Kani medyo I don't know if you can relate it. Hopefully you can relate it. You can relate. Kasi the first love for reading actually, kasi I think connected yan eh. If you love reading, most likely you will love writing. You will learn to express it. The first book I have read, that was the book which really wanted me to write. It was by Jeffrey Archer, titled Cain and Abel. Ang ganda ng pagkasulat, it's a novel, ang ganda ng pagkasulat, parang sabi ko, ang ganda naman ito, parang gusto ko maging ganito. Yung magaling magsulat, magaling mag-express. And then, that was actually the first also written piece that for me was published. Because, published yun sa, sa school, sa campus paper. Because I wrote a book critique, a book review about it. So that was the first thing I remembered about on this journalism, writing, broadcasting side later on. Parang yun yung mga
So, hangtod nga nag-transfer ka og mga law schools before ka nag-graduate?
Di po nag-transfer manager. Mga kuha naman. Twice ra.
Gikan kag San Beda.
Yes.
Then,
after UP, I went to San Beda.
UP, San Beda.
And then I eventually graduated from FEU. The reason being because of the scheduling. Because at that time, I was already working. So, actually, hindi siya advisable for those of you who are planning to take up law, yung mga, sino ba kayo dyan, mga undergraduates or those who have dreams, hindi siya advisable. If you can focus. But what happened that time is, I was already writing for the Philippine Star. And then, yung office namin, pag mag-submit ka, it's in Port Area, Manila. And then I was also teaching in San Sebastian College, Recoletos, and then another school called Southeastern College in Pasay. So the most convenient talaga sa akin is to go to FAU as a school because that's the given my schedule, that's the better option. So para to.
So last kini mo nga law school is
Yeah.
ang FAU.
Yes, I graduated from FAU.
Sa FAU
Institute of Law.
So sa kanang magikag San Beda, UP, then San Beda, then hantud na abot ka og FAU, ma-compare nimo siguro ang ingon ta environment sa matag schools, di ba? No, sa maingon nimo asa gyud kay pinaka the best. FAU ba, Diliman o UP sa imuhang pagtuon?
Actually, having graduated to this, practically they are so-called the best law schools in the country. You know, having graduated from there, I would say talaga the biggest factor is yourself. It's not so much the school because actually you were able to go to the schools is because of yourself. Kasi the reason I was able to enter UP Diliman actually because I graduated from the top of my class, like from elementary to high school, and that's the only actually opportunity you can be there kasi it will be based on your performance when you're in high school. And also I won a scholarship. And then in terms of rigidity, of course, UP is considered the most difficult school to enter into. That's the most difficult school in the country. Arguably, that's the most difficult school in the country. But I think also the bottom line there is nasa tower dyan na manager. Kung how you strive hard, how you give it everything you've got, because practically it's not the school that would really make a person. It's the person making himself. Nasa ang mga school magkuha ni siya mga accessories ni siya sa imong whatever you wanted to achieve in life.
Okay, attorney, sa nasayra na to nga kining mga tinun-an nga naagagikan sa UP Diliman, kasagaran gyud mga progresibo, no? So I don't know na experience pa po na nimo. May sulod ba po kana na kuan ba kapog kanila na invite ba po?
Well, that's the reputation. It's because mura ni siya ma-play out sa media. But according to a research study by the professors, Dawai, if you look at actually this is I don't know how you're gonna take this, but if you look at the composition of students who enter the UP system, actually only 1 out of every 5 students who enters the UP system is actually a graduate of a public school. Which means right from the start, mga graduate na either from Philippine Science High Schools or the private schools. So 20% lang actually, Ana. It just so happened that personal experience ko ito, in my 4-year stay sa pag-eskwela na ako sa UP, wala ko na-approach nga mag-join og rally, mag-join og protest. Wala. It just so happened that siguro there are it cannot be denied siguro naning ana ang mga factors, pero naarjo po na sa estudyante. And second also siguro muro po ni siya ma-highlight kasi you know they have this expectation na you go to the so-called best school in the country tapos magrally-rally ra ka and everything. So mo siya ma-highlight with sa media. But as to the percentage, more gamay ra jud siya. And practically, napo yung ubang schools, napo yung mga ana. If you have heard in PUP, even in other schools, napo yung mga ana po din noon.
Okay. Postag kadyot, unya, ato ang i-continue ang ato ang pagpakigcheka ni Attorney Terence. Ato pong hisgutan ang ihang mga accomplishment bahin na sa ihang career o kumusta na karon ang iyang status. Ato pagbalik, mga kasama, mga ka-idol, mga karagjuman. Okay, balik ta magkasama mga ka-idol o mga karadyoman pagkaniduta kay sa to ang nakatsika karon sa mga experiences niya sa time sa iyang pagka-writer, dayon sa iyang pagka-law student, Dayon bisan og kaingon ta supak ang iyang ginikanan kay naka-experience po ko ana ako ang manager sa una nga kuan iyang siya usa siya ka kana ang tawag og station manager tapos gusto niya iyang anak musuon pod sa iyang sitwasyon pero naa man gyud wala gyud mo follow unang sa iyang nga part murag sakit kay sa iyang buot nga ginanako so karon sa pagka successful kaayo pagka professional ni Attorney Terence kumusta naman ron attorney sa imuhang mga accomplishment? Pwede nimo ma-share para mahimo pong inspirasyon karon sa ato ang mga viewers.
Oh, okay. So currently I am with the Department of Education. And although
legal counsel ba ka sa
I first started out there as the attorney 3
attorney
sa Department of Education, but after a time, I transferred to another unit or section, so as section chief for the planning and research section. And then also on the side, I'm also practicing as a lawyer. So I am also actually connected as an associate with the Cainta Bindanyo and Associates Law Office located in Bagsakan ni Ida, Dipolog City. And then also actually
diha ang inyong kuan.
Yes. Although ako
Law
Saturday
office.
Sunday lang. And then actually I'm also planning to open my own law office. Napod ko sa actually ready na siya. Ang problema lang ako kung kalos ako pwede maka-ready. Although siguro Saturday Sundays that's what I'm looking for nga schedule. So also dapat sa Pinyan, sa Poblacion South, sa Sentro Jod, sa Pinyan, Zamboanga del Norte.
Attorney, grabe ang time management ano? Kay naa ka sa DepEd, then
practice
pagyuga,
tapos
then
Saturday, Sundays na ako diri sa ato ang DXDR.
Sa imong pagka-writer, attorney, no? Sa imong accomplishment gihapon nimo. Sa imong pagka-writer, wala sa imong hunahuna pa nga mamahimo kang broadcaster. Nga karon practice na ka sa broadcast. Sunday o kanana sa imuhang kini ang balaod mata every Saturday.
Wala, manager.
Wala sa imong
wala jud na sa akong not in the cards, not in the what's this, in the plans and everything. It just so happened na para thank you for giving me the opportunity, but it just so happened it's just the passion. So regardless of what happens in your life, no, na yung mga twists and turns, you are what's this, persuaded to take up this particular course or to take up this course of action or to take this path, but when your passion is there, it will really find a way. And this is what happened with my writing journalism thing, because regardless of what other things I do, the journalism thing and the writing really finds a way. So this is what happened to me. So my writing, I've been writing for many years, and I've written a few books, and then it just so happened na I was also given opportunity by our radio manager here na to go into broadcasting, pero wala jud siya, not in the cards, not in the ideas, not in everything. It's just, one path leads to another, and when an opportunity finds your way, so siguro you have to grab it na rin.
So passion gyapon.
Passion gyapon siya. Practically it's actually the journalism thing. So parang writing mango, the one thing I wanted about writing is because pwede mo siya ma-edit. Pwede mo siya pag-isipan muna, magsulat ka, pag-isipan mo, mag-edit. The very hard thing, I think harder ang broadcaster, manager.
It takes time sa journalism, sa pagka-writer.
It takes time, but at the same time, you don't have the pitfalls nga masayop or makitaan nga nasayop ka. Kay ma-edit man nimo before nimo i-publish, before nimo ikuan. But when it comes to broadcasting on the spot,
bawal dead air,
bawal ka nang nakimasulting might be considered as against guidelines, against ethics.
Bawal anang mga istorya nga mga yung ka nga mga maghatsing-hatsing,
yes,
dagan.
Although mahitabo mo na sa higyon, no? Unless kuan.
Yung ka ni Mike Enriquez.
Yes,
obhon siya, ang style niya, excuse me po.
May excuse na lang jud ta kay mo mabuhat na to. Part yun na siya sa kuan. Okay, but
So, yun sa iyo pag-love karon nga naka-start na ka sa broadcasting. So, may imong na-feel karon.
Na-feel na ako parang it's just another extension of journalism actually. Because writing, it's already a passion since I was 13 years old. Parang I really wanted to express myself through the written word because of that, you know, the influence of the writers I've read. Parang ako na pong gilanto in a positive light nga ang actually ang broadcasting is actually just writing but expressing it instantly and on air. Kaya lang akong gilanto nga mindset nga ay pareho raman siguro po siya. It just so happen nga pag nagsulat ka, you have to think about it and then you have time to ruminate about it, to think about it, and then to edit later on. But I think broadcasting is also a form of writing but instantaneously and on air. So parang gano'n lang din paglantaw ko, manager.
Marag ka ng challenge, no? Grabe ang challenge sa pagka-journalist.
I have so much to learn when it comes to broadcasting. I have so much to learn. So hopefully I can learn from you, I can learn from other people. But you know, when it's really something that's already there, implanted by God siguro, no? Wata kabalo, implanted by God or whoever, your higher being, actually you have this gift or this seed, then please do something about it.
Especially karon attorney nga sa broadcasting, sa broadcast, makita na punta, ma-view ta live.
Yes.
Kung i-compare nimo sa miagi nga mga panahon nga purely lang yun, madungog nimo ang usa ka broadcaster sa radio. So ga-expect ang mga listeners nga kinsa gyud kana na siya, dako makha na sang tawo, gamay makha na sang tawo. Pero karon lahi na. Makita na po ka sa live streaming.
Yes.
So maray grabe ang challenge.
Convergence of technology, so to speak. Tanan, if you can be heard on air, you can be seen on air, and everything. Convergence na siya.
So siguro attorney, no, kay mabubo na puntag time, ang imuha na lang pong ikahatag idea, challenge ngadto sa ato ang mga viewers o sa ato mga listeners kung imong sunon ang imong mga experience, imong mga accomplishment, attorney Terence.
For me, no, if you have a passion for something, then do it and work hard for it. But I will tell you that actually I shared this message when I was invited as a guest speaker for the honors class and graduating class of my former alma mater. Ito yung sinabi ko sa kanila. And I felt, in fact, it was in my speech and it was also in my book. If you can be able to later on, siguro if i-publish ko talaga siya in a wide manner so you can have access to my book and be able to buy it in the future. But what I tell them is, if you have the passion and it's really in your heart, then do it. But I will tell you, life has a funny way of giving you twists and turns. And if that is so, then learn to roll with it. So just like what happened to me, I really wanted to be on the journalistic side to write, but you know, life has a twist and turns, and I was doing something else and I became a lawyer. But still, there was no regrets because even regardless of what life throws at you, if you learn to roll with the punches, then your passion will still be able to fight its way. And in fact, that's what happened to me. Even until now, I've been doing something else. I'm an educator. I'm an educator with the Department of Education. I'm a lawyer, but the journalism side, the writing, and now the broadcasting side still finds its way. So find your passion. The important thing is actually find your passion.
Find your passion.
If you can find your passion, then you are on the right track. Okay. So that's my advice.
Okay, thank you kayo, Attorney Terence Sabilangoy. Alang po sa kasayuran sa to mga viewers o sa to mga listeners, madungog siya matag Sabado at 8 a.m. until 9 a.m.
Kini ang balaod.
Kini ang balaod. Doon na may mga problema diha, mga legal, punto legal, o usab diha. Mapunto legal ba, o usang klase sa mga kanang legal attorney, pwede mo makaduol. Sa pagkakaroon, wala pa siya kaugalingong law office, pero naa diha sa attorney sa bagsakan ni edad.
You can, for your free legal advice, no, on radio or on air, you can just contact me directly sa my Facebook Messenger, Attorney Terence R. Bilangoy. And then you also keep repeating a number pagkuan, i-mention na naman na siya during the program. Actually, may mga nag-message siya ako, manager. So we'll be discussing your legal problems. Ubay-ubay na. So we'll be discussing your legal problems and the solutions to your legal problems. Just keep on messaging me sa FB Messenger, Attorney Terence R. Bilangoy. And we also have a dedicated number which we usually discuss or we give out during the live on air.
Madungog po siya ninyo sa KSK Kabantog sa Kabataan during Sunday morning
8 to 9 a.m.
8 to 9 a.m. Dahil palihog lang po ha, pag-click likes, pag-share karon o pag-follow gyud kanunay sa ato ang FB page DXDR-RMN Dipolog o sa IFM Dipolog 4.1 MHz. Attorney Terence, salamat kayo sa mga inspirasyon nga gihatag kanimo imuhang ginashare sa ato ang chikahan sa DXDR Digital. Inyong radyoman sa kanunay, Edgar Dagumo, Tatak, RMN.